This is actually...
He's in his weird hotel thing.
The most outrageous setup I've ever attempted. I've got the normal Sony camera balancing on a small beam in the hotel room here that's looking like a high wire out of a circus, and I have it propped up a little bit with the laptop flipped down and slightly angled at an obtuse angle in order to prop it up just a little bit so you can maybe see my face. I don't know what it looks like. You might be looking at just like my bottom chin, so I'm gonna look like the secretary from the Powerpuff Girls, but we're gonna run it anyway. So, as you can see, I'm still on my little expedition away from home. I'm in my hotel room, don't be alarmed. I know I'm not wearing a white shirt, but this isn't a cry for help or anything. It's very...
Help him.
So,
oh my god. No, he's not wearing a white shirt. Someone please help him. Oh my god, he's gonna die. Also, hotel rooms are always fucking cold. I don't know. The last time I went to a hotel, it was the coldest experience I've ever had. I had to stay covered up the entire time, which was an interesting experience.
On one of the only long sleeve shirts that I had available. So that's the whole explanation there. Anyway, the reason I have urgently scrambled here to get to this computer in order to talk about something is because a huge story has been developing over the last...
I gotta order food.
I don't know, like 2 hours or something, where SSSniperwolf has now doxed Jack's films. I'm sure this is something that a lot of you are moderately familiar with, but I'll just go ahead and give you the really brief nutshell rundown of what's going on. I didn't make that cut right there on purpose. This has nothing to do with the whole video, but I need to mention this. The camera just fell on its own and stopped the recording, so we may have an angry poltergeist incident in here. I'm gonna have to get the fucking Luigi's Mansion vacuum out and just start going to town in here to clear the area.
Oh my god, the screen went black.
Happen to be haunting
the screen went black.
But I'm gonna finish.
Oh my god, my computer's dying. Wait, let me cut off.
And I start levitating off the chair during it. Just know, it's a haunting in Pittsburgh here, or perhaps the cringe was too unbearable here with the subject we're covering. But anyway,
okay, I'm bad.
Back on topic. SSSniperwolf, huge channel. She mainly does
Also, Oompaville, one of my other favorite content creators, made a huge video on SSSniperwolf, which I watched. It's crazy. I didn't know SSSniperwolf was such a fucking El Bozo loser. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Sorry. My computer's being cringe as hell right now. Why the fuck are you being so cringe? Stop this. You have more processing power than this, I swear to god! Oh my lord. Being so cringe. Okay. Don't function. I didn't want you to anyways. You play? No, you're just gonna stay okay. Okay, that's fine. No, just stay stuck. No, you're fine. You just stay frozen. You know? It's not like I'm gonna have to cut all of this section out of the recording. Or anything, you know? Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay. What's happening here is called cringe ass nay baby shit.
Which has made her the punching bag of the internet recently. She's caught more fire than the sequel to the Hunger Games.
And I watched the video on it. And Jack Film, first of all, Jack's Film's kind of been going crazy. I'm not saying what he's doing is bad. Nor am I saying what he's doing is good. And he's just been railing her. And not in the sausage kind of way. But yeah, he's been going crazy. He kept up with pretty much everything she's ever done recently, and apparently she had an old account. She never did any of her original content, stuff like that, you know.
Because a lot of people have been stating that what she does isn't
okay.
Really
well, she didn't actually. What she did is she didn't actually do the gameplay. Like, she wasn't actually good at playing games. She just lied about it, which is par for the course.
Content. It's mainly just stealing it, freebooting it. And the entire internet has come together like this giant singularity and all collapsed onto SSSniperwolf as well as some other React channels as well for this type of content. And by far
so hungry. I gotta order some food.
On the front line of this battle is Jack's Films. Jack's Films made a whole video going over why what she does isn't acceptable, and even made an entire channel dedicated to making fun of her and her content.
I don't know if it was dedicated to that, but it definitely seems like it, because he's on the ball when it comes to it. I don't know what drives this man, but he's insane with it. Like every fucking week he'll post 2 videos about how trash SSSniperwolf's videos are, and then it'll just be a reaction video, which is like crazy. He's doing a better job at your job than you are. What does this do?
And he even has an entire bingo game that takes the piss out of her content more than a catheter takes the piss out of a hospital patient. He has
critical
pretty much
forehead
daily
flashing
uploads of just making fun of each of her daily reacts. This ongoing feud has been escalating and continuing for quite some time. We're in like season 5 of this anime arc here, and it's only popping off more and more. And this whole situation has led to a can of worms opening. Pandora's box has been unleashed. So it's been a massive conversation across the entire internet, with tons of content creators weighing in on it, such as Dark Viper having an entire series on React content. Mudahar's made quite a few pieces on it as well. Just tons of channels that have all been talking about it recently. And it's led to this witch's cauldron, this stew that's been brewing and bubbling. And now the cup runneth over, and all of this has spilt from the internet to the real world. Allegedly, SSSniperwolf has just doxed Jack's films.
No goddamn way. Okay, so I kind of heard about this. I saw it on Twitter or something. I don't really go on Twitter, but I get a lot of Twitter noties, on my phone sometimes. So I'll look at them occasionally. I don't really care, but it was like, it was basically a notification that came up. It was like, yeah, I'm 5 minutes away from his house. Should I go there? Which was crazy to me, because I was like, oh, well, that's a bit wild. But I didn't think anything of it, which is surprising. I thought it was like, but if she actually doxed him, that's pretty hardcore.
Instagram post, she posted this. And it was more than just this picture here. Apparently she even posted one of his house, which obviously I'm not going to show you. I'm not here to just like hop on and give you like a 4K display of Jack's Films dojo here because SSSniperwolf posted it on the story. It's just an extremely degenerate, fucked up response to this whole situation.
Do you like YouTube? Do you like Twitch? What about YouTube and Twitch? When you join those together with my channel, it's called Karma. Karma is one of the best Twitch streamers out there, and honestly, I've never seen anyone do better. I would know. I am Karma after all. With Karma, you can have a jolly good time, shit, jizz, and piss your pants all at once even if you want to. Karma. Go follow today.
From SSSniperwolf here.
Kind of want ice cream.
Borderline illegal, I think. I don't think you can just dox somebody like this. And if it's not illegal, it's against YouTube's rules at the very least. And it violates the Geneva Convention of Internet Content Creators, where you never take internet beef into the real world. It's just going too far with this whole thing. Jack's Films was just making critiques on her content as well as making fun of it, which is something everyone does all the time, every single fucking day. And to go to this extreme where you dox him for it is just an incomprehensible, insano-style step. Now, Jack's Films posting about this on Twitter obviously gained a lot of traction. This isn't exactly some kind of like whoops-a-daisy moment.
No, it's a criminal act. What you're committing there is called a criminal act. SSSniperwolf committed a crime and was like, I'm just being a bit quirky. I'm being a bit quirky right now. I'm just being a bit weird, a bit quirky. It's like, no, you can't just commit crimes and be like, oh, I was just being a little quirkster. Alicia's texting me. But yeah, like, you can't just like quirkily commit a crime and be like, I'm just too hot to like go to prison, which she's been to jail before. Not like to prison, but to jail.
Mistake
for
that
a
can
night.
happen to anyone. This is some pretty
Not
malicious
like it was
shit.
a big important crime. She just like, I guess broke and entered, which is like it's not like a a bad, like a good crime, but like, no, it's not serious.
There's not really a defense of it. You can't just make the claim
Don't do breaking and entering though. Please don't.
like, well, I just wanted to kind of talk it out face to face. Like, no, that's not how this works. You don't go up to someone's house like you're about to try and sell them solar panels in order to hash out your internet beef unannounced, especially not in the middle of the night too. That's threatening. Like, that is not a normal, sane way of handling things. So when this started getting traction, Sniperwolf herself caught onto it and deleted the post and then said this. She said, "Accusing me of doxing is defamation. I have no idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him." Jax Films said, "You posted a video tonight of you outside our home to your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I were inside."
What? Also, it's not defamation if you actually committed a crime. If I say, oh man, that guy really killed someone and he was guilty of killing someone, then yeah, I'm right. He killed someone. What you did was doxing, which is way, like, not as bad even remotely as murder, but like, it's like, you committed a crime. You committed a terrible, horrible crime. And it may not seem like it's that big of a deal, but doxing, especially for someone as big as Jax Film, can be an issue. Especially with the insanity of some people nowadays. Absolutely. People could die from that.
I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it? That's kind of a checkmate moment right there. He got her with the scholar's mate. Like, you showed up to his house unannounced in the middle of the night, and then when people started to point out how that's not acceptable behavior and is very much in line with doxing, you deleted it. So you can recognize that it's bad. I don't really know how you'd Phoenix write an argument together that it's not doxing. Like, I don't even understand the statement she makes about saying that Jax Films posted his address on Google. She's talking about Google like it's the gamefaqs.com board. Like, I don't think he made a sponsored paid...
No, and a lot of times it's not even his fault that it got posted on Google. But it's probably just like, oh, that was just something that happened, you know? Dr. Pepper barbecue. Fuck. Anyways, but yeah. Like, he probably didn't ask for it to go on there. Somebody in like journalism probably found it or looked for public listings.
Post with just his address is the first thing that comes up when you type in Jax Films. You definitely would have to go out of your way to find that information. I don't think he like geotagged his spot, made it like a Pokemon Go stop, and like really was advertising where he lives. Like, this is not common information. You went out of your way to find it and then went to his address.
Hey Ark,
like, I just
thanks
really
for
can't
lurking.
think of any justification for it. I've seen a couple of people huffing massive amounts of copium, nearly toxic levels of copium.
I don't know exactly when you
like,
started
she
lurking,
went
but
there
thank
to handle
you.
things like an adult, unlike Jax Films, who just speaks behind a computer. And that's just straight up delusional, if you ask me. No normal people are going to hash out their internet beef in the middle of the night in person, unannounced, right? Like, going up to his house like she's about to, you know, sell solar panels to him or something.
I don't know if lurking really,
with this
it doesn't have any special effect on my chat other than regular lurking.
Is not normal.
I should actually probably set something up for that.
It's just like a malicious, weird thing to do. And wow, that man, a ghost just haunted my vocal folds on that one with that voice crack. Goodness gracious. Overall, I'm just shocked that Sniperwolf, with as long as she's been on the internet and as large as she is, would think for even just a second that she'd somehow be able to get out of this situation without huge backlash and problems from it. Again, this is something that extends beyond just like normal internet etiquette. This is like downright against rules to do something like this. So I definitely think Jax Films is in the right here. He's very upset about it, probably a little concerned because, you know, who knows who else might go to his house next since she posted it on a massive Instagram account. Like, that is a legitimate fear. She also posted this again in response to the whole situation, saying this creep is—
I love seeing it, like it, what it called? Him, like, what's it called? You can see him, switching between shots, like, doing, fixing the camera and whatnot. Let's read this before he reads it. This creep has been harassing me for months and plays victim, saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. My bad. I have no ill intentions, it's so sad that people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills. When you doxed him. When you doxed him. Which is crazy.
Has been harassing me for months, then plays victim.
Also, harassment is... Stalking is a form of harassment, and going up to outside someone's house just because they said mean words to you online, that's definitely a form of stalking. And is harassment.
Saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I have no ill intentions. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills. But this doesn't make any sense. Like, this is a crazy straw of a statement. It's taken all kinds of weird twists and turns that aren't computing in my little noodle up here. If you just wanted to talk to him, why wouldn't you just reach out to him through normal channels online? I'm sure he would have responded to you instantly. He seems to respond to everyone about everything in regards to the entire React situation. So I feel like if you had reached out to him, he would have been thrilled to talk to you about it. But again, I'm not his fucking PR guy. I don't know, maybe you did reach out to him and he didn't see it or he ignored it. I have no idea. But regardless, you going to his house to try to talk to him that's some psychopath shit.
No, it's
like,
insane.
That's not a normal thing that anyone should be doing. There's other channels that you could have tried beforehand. Go to one of his bingo nights on Twitch and be like, hey, listen, Buster, I'm ready to hash it out. Let's talk. And again, I'm sure he probably would have seen that. And that would be a lot less scary than having you show up in the middle of the fucking night to his home unannounced. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I think the goal here was to either scare him or put his information out there to maybe some less than savory individuals that could also scare him. I don't know, but regardless, the way you handled this is atrocious and dangerous. Like, downright, like, dangerous thing to do. So I totally understand the response from Jack's Films about this and being frightened by it, because this is fucked up. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I think this is one of the rare cases of a huge YouTuber making a massive blunder like this, where you would step on like actual rules and potentially laws all over some internet beef. So yeah, I just had to talk about this one a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Thank you, Big Brother Moist Critical.